Coach, congratulations on a big win against Miami tonight. It's your 7th win in a row, which matches your longest of last season, so congrats. What were you seeing out from your guys tonight that just made you proud, and what were some good takeaways?
Well, I think offensively, we looked like we had a plan right away against their guy, and we kind of stuck to it, was able to get to the bullpen. And we played well, but not perfect, and there was some stuff in there that kind of caused some snowballing effects where we get the extra run on the drop fly ball, and then we went right back to scoring, kind of separated the offense and the defense, and then I don't think we lost an inning all night. So the guys coming out of the bullpen to shut some things down, even though the game's 6, 7, 8 runs at that point, to stop it, get in the dugout and let us continue to score, that was promising. I mean, obviously Dom did it, and Russ did the same thing as well.
It feels like every single time we've interviewed you over the last 3 or 4 games, you talk about the run differential, how it keeps on increasing. You say can't keep on happening, but what have you liked from your offense that has like just accelerated you guys into this 94 runs over the last
2 games?
games?
We're trying to get it so it's versatile, right? And against right-handers, left-handers, different types of pitchers. I think we handled the bat with less than 2 strikes and drove some balls. There were some really good 2-strike at-bats in there. There was a couple really good bunts, so I think 3 bases. Started the runners a couple other times, so just variety of offense and then leading to runs.
Coach, I know a mantra within this team is to keep attacking. Lex Bodeker tonight, 4 for 6 with 6 RBIs. What can be said about him sticking to that mantra and his performance overall?
Yeah, I think, and he had probably at bat he wanted back in the middle of all that he's a veteran guy, doesn't let that bother him, and he just continues and moves on and treats every pitch like its own battle. That's what I've seen from him. Nothing's really getting him too high or too low. He just gets in there, locks in, tries to do what he's capable of, and I think it kind of helps the other guys do that too.
What do you make of Grant's outing?
I thought he was on it in the first, just the command a little bit in the second, and then we scored. He walks that leadoff hitter. That's probably the issue. His stuff is plenty good enough. He's competitive enough. He just got to command the ball a little bit better.
How long did you want to go with him tonight?
We thought somewhere between 6 and 9 outs, so we were not far off of what we wanted to do. We want to try to keep everybody else between 3 and 5 outs is kind of what we were thinking.
Andrew Williamson faced 2 full count situations with the bases loaded, and he stayed in there, didn't get too aggressive, took the walk to get the RBI through. What can be said about that composure and plate discipline?
Yeah, I think he's growing up as a hitter, kind of right before our eyes. A year ago, he probably expands the zone once, if not both those at-bats at some point. But he's growing up, and he's a threat. And he's a really hard worker and very diligent about what he's trying to do in the cage. And he works on that on a daily basis, and I'm just happy to see it show up in the game.
Going into the conference play, you guys move into your first road trip out of the state of the season so far. How do you guys look to a BYU team that's going to be a tough opponent, but also an environment that you guys haven't really faced this season?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't dove too much into BYU, just a little bit. Just have a tough time looking at somebody else. We still have somebody to play. We'll dig into that more tonight and tomorrow on the plane. That we got to get up in the morning, we're going to lift, and then get on the plane, and then we'll practice very, very shortly out there. And we got to get acclimated to a different atmosphere, a different climate, a different playing surface, and figure out a way to play UCF baseball and take the show on the road.
Is this team where you thought it would be as conference play begins?
It was where I hoped it would be, as far as we're trending in the right direction. There are things we got to clean up 100%. I think we can even be better defensively. There's some things offensively. I know we're scoring a bunch of runs, but I'm going to nitpick some stuff, and we can continue to push and 1 through 9 be a tough out. If the starting rotation continues like it is, I think that's right where we want to be.
We keep on talking about the runs, but you guys have also only allowed 14 earned runs throughout this stretch as well. How impressive have you been with the pitching that you've seen over the last 7 games?
Yeah, it's been pretty dominant, and people don't talk about it enough, but I think that helps the offense. When you don't feel like you have to score 15 to win, it kind of relaxes you, and then you end up having better at-bats, and our guys get us back in the dugout at a really quick rate right now, and that helps the offense too. When you feel like you're in rhythm and you're out there for 90 seconds and you get 3 outs and you get right back in the dugout and get a chance to swing again, that helps everybody.
No one pitched more than 2 innings tonight. How important is it to save those arms, especially with the short turnaround into your first Big 12 series?
Yeah, that was kind of the plan. Like, we had to make some decisions on how we were going to do it, and it worked out in our favor, especially with the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It would have been a little different if it was a normal Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but obviously this is different. We're going to face that again in Easter, and we'll face it again at the end of the year.
You thinking the same thing on rotation?
We are, yep,
Yeah.
exact same thing. Let's see where that goes.
Is Sandifer doing all right after taking the line drive off?
Yeah, we missed the rib. It just got him in the stomach. He's good.
you're kind of trading in some sunshine for snow, possibility of snow. Did you know that BYU has like a heated field, and are you expecting your guys to perform well?
Yeah, I went out there in 16, and they had an all natural surface, and they talked about, obviously that's what they're going to now. It's a beautiful backdrop. It's obviously going to be cold, and we'll have to figure out the rain and the snow, and hopefully we can get 3 games.
Pretty big challenge though, right? Open Big 12 play as far as way and the conditions. That's going to challenge your team in a way that it hasn't been challenged.
Yeah, the travel, it's hard to go much farther than we're going. And the weather's obviously a challenge, but you're going to have to play in cold weather in this league, and we got to figure out a way to do it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.